Well, hello. My name is Christopher Dunsford. Today's video will cover eDOCS DM Sync and Save. For the agenda, we're going to go over what it is, how to install it. We'll add some monitored folders. We'll go over the different views, and we'll also go over DM Save. At the end, we'll go over some fringe benefits. What's the big idea? So it's simple, really. We wanted to add a way for users who like to work within their Windows folders to be able to easily add content to the DM system. So it's simple synchronization. When you edit a file in place, that file is synchronized up to eDOCS DM. If you have bidirectional sync turned on, any changes made in DM will also be synchronized down to the files in the monitored folder. Some prereqs. In order to install DM Sync and Save, you must have DM10 P1 or higher installed. DM10 P1 changes a couple of things. Some API changes were needed. Also DE Core, we changed this to the interactive user, and we used .NET 4.0 to 4.5. One thing to note is that if you don't want to have DM folders in your DM system, you don't need to. However, in version 1.2, we did add the capability in the DM Sync to be able to add a matching folder in DM. Let's just get right to the installation. So I'll start Microsoft Edge and we will go to the knowledge base. So once logged in, we're going to go to Product and Patches because we want to install version 1.2 and not version 1.0. 1.0 was released with DM10 P1. We'll click on eDOCS DM Patches. We'll then click on DM10 Sync and Save Patch 1. We'll open the folder. And you can see I've downloaded this before, so we'll delete these other ones and delete this one. So we're going to extract the zip. Once it's extracted, we'll go ahead and click on the MSI to install. You can click More Info here and Run Anyway. So I'll accept the end user license agreement. One thing to note is with DM Sync and Save, it really is sync and save. So it's basically two features. The DM Sync part is what actually does the monitoring of your Windows folders. The DM Save part is what I like to refer to as a fire and forget it. It allows you to right-click on your folder and profile all the contents of that folder into DM with the option of also saving that folder into DM. It does not do any syncing whatsoever. I guess you can think of that as a mini document import. So once you install DM Sync and Save, you'll get a window that pops up that says either eDOCS DM is available, or if your server is not available, it will tell you that as well. And then we have the option of launching the DM Sync Manager by either clicking this bubble, or we can double click this icon with the E on it, or right click and choose Open. So I just chose to click the bubble. We can close all of this. Now once DM Sync and Save shows up, this is actually the DM Sync Manager. So you can see that I have a green light that indicates that I am connected to DM. If DM was down, this would be actually read. So refresh does what it says it does. It will refresh your view, and start sync will start sync on any files that you have in this view. Currently we just installed it, so we have nothing. In order to add a monitored folder, we're going to have to go to the Explore tab. So there's actually two different ways of adding monitored folders. We can click the Add Folder to eDOCS sync here, or we can go to our folder that we want to sync, and we can right-click on it and choose one of these three options. So we can either say Save to eDOCS. Remember, this is a fire and forget it. We can add folder to eDOCS sync, which will add it to this DM sync manager and add it to DM, or we can remove this folder from eDOCS sync. I like the UI, so I'm going to use that method. So let's add a monitored folder. So we're going to go and add Jones. Once you click a folder to add, you'll receive a logon screen and then a profile. So now I can go in and change my client matter to what I want. This one is going to be Jones, so we'll click Jones here. And then we'll click the matter. And document type, we'll just go with default. And you'll notice that this is a folder that it's set to. Now this folder will not be created in DM. There's an option to change that, which we'll go over later. I can set security to this folder so that only certain individuals can access this in DM. So currently I have full access, and let's say I wanted to go to DM users and I wanted to add C. Dunsford. We can add C. Dunsford, and we can give C. Dunsford read-only access. And we'll click More, and by default this description will have machine, and then it'll have the workstation name, it'll have what folder it is, and who actually added this folder into DM. So we'll go ahead and click on OK. At this point, you'll see eDOCS DM is available, changes are being synchronized, and just like that, it had one document, so it was very quick. So you'll also see that eDOCS DM sync synchronization to eDOCS DM is complete pop up. So let's go ahead and add another folder, one that has more documents. We'll do Thomas. So you'll see that that we get a message, and it says this folder appears to have already been imported into eDOCS DM. Are you sure you want to perform a sync of this folder? This may cause duplicate documents. I've went through this before, so I did add this as a synced folder before, which is why we're getting this message. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll click yes. And we'll change this actually it is Thomas, so we'll leave it at Thomas, and we'll use default as a document type. I won't add any security to this folder. So you can see each file that gets uploaded is going to be on the top progress bar. The overall progress bar is the bottom one. And just like that, all of these files were added as synced files into DM. So you can see the document number. If you hover, you can see what the status is, the last edit time, and this obviously is going to be the last edit time of the file. So now we can click on Manage Files View. Manage Files View gives us the option to select the folder that we want to work in. So for the Jones folder, we actually only have one document, but you can see that it is synced, and the document number is 1289. So let's launch DM. One thing you'll notice is that DM does not stay in memory. So it basically uses the DM extensions API for the UI to get the profile information in the beginning. Once it gets the information, it doesn't need DM extensions anymore. It goes directly through the DM API, which, as you saw, made it pretty quick to synchronize those documents into DM. So 1289 is this document right here. So I just wanted to show you that this is actually in DM. So we can minimize this. And from here, the basic premise is once you have these documents synchronized or monitored, you can actually work natively in these documents. So you can open the document. We'll click the quick action open here. So from here I can make my edits. So we'll just bold this. Okay, and I'll just say save. We'll close out of here, and in order to see what's going on, all we have to do is refresh this view. Now pay close attention to the edit date. You'll see that it says 3/7/2016 at 6:44. When I refresh, you'll see the status is still synced and the edit date changes to just now. So that sync just occurred. Now, what other options do we have in here? Actually, before we get there, let me just take you to the Explore view. From here, you can actually do a number of things. You can go in and you can click Explore. Explore will bring up Windows, the Windows Explorer, so that you can come in and edit these documents directly. From here, I can let's just pick a document. Let's go to test XLSX. And here I'll add edit for YouTube video. And again, we'll bold. Okay. Now I will save this and close. Now this is test.xlsx and this is in the Thomas folder. So go back, let's expand this. Alright, test, this is document number 1297. Okay, so this is at 1297. So what just happened? I just saved it. I closed it, although I don't have to close it. But let's go and look at it here. Test.xlsx, there it is. You can see that the edit date is now. Let's go look in DM. So there it is, 1297. Let's go to the Viewer tab. And you'll see that my edits are there. So it's doing that real-time synchronization. As soon as you press save, it's going to go in and update these documents. So what happens if someone has this document open? Let's go here and we will open 1297. Okay, let's do a search. So here it is. I'm logged in to my main work machine as C. Dunsford. I'm going to open this document. Okay. Another edit YouTube video. I'll put this in red. I won't save. We're just working on it now. So this is open. This is obviously a monitored file. So now, me being the user over here, let's see, open. We'll just do an open here. And you'll see that since I'm working with my local copy, I don't have that edit. That edit has not, in fact, been saved by C. Dunsford. So let's say I want to add something here. And I want to save. Okay, let's close out. Let's actually refresh our view here. Now you'll see something interesting. This document tried to synchronize to DM, however, it could not because C. Dunsford has it locked. So you can see that the text doc locked by C. Dunsford is present. This would allow you to go talk to that individual user and have them close the document or collaborate on the changes. So now I can say, hey, go ahead and close that document so that I can synchronize this document to DM. I'll say close. We'll say no because the other user wants to save their changes. Now I can start sync, or I can click DM save. Let's just click start sync. So now you see everything went okay. Let's do that again. And this time we'll make a couple of different choices. So let's go down here and we will open that document. So you can see my edits at the other machine were in fact saved to the document in DM. So let's do another edit, and we'll say this DM. We'll say that this is the DM copy. So now I will save. I've opened this as C. Dunsford. I've saved it. It got uploaded to DM. Okay. So at this point, I have this same document over here in my monitored folder. I want to open it, and I want to add my own edits. I'm going to click save. Done. Let's refresh. Now you see something interesting again. So I tried to save my changes, however, it couldn't be uploaded to DM because John Shirley has already edited this document. So there's a newer version in DM. So basically you need to tell DM Sync what you want to do. At this point you can go in and you can open the document to see the changes, as long as the document is closed by John Shirley. If the document is not closed by John Shirley, you obviously won't be able to open that document until that user releases the document. You can perform a save as. This would save it as a new version of that document. You can replace your version replace your version with the revision or with the any newer version. We'll go over that later. So those are the options that you have. I'll come over here and I'll say get latest revision. And it says performing this action will overwrite your local monitored version. Is this what you want to do? Sure. Let's throw away my changes and keep C. Dunsford's changes. So now if we come in, and actually let's look right here at this document. We'll do an open, and you'll see that I actually got the DM copy version. So let's go take a look at our presentation, make sure that we're not too far off track. So we added a monitored folder. Let's go ahead and add another monitored folder. Let's do this through the right-click menu. So one thing I did want to mention is that when you add a monitored folder, it actually changes the folder icon, and you'll see a little circle indicating a sync. It's the same one that you see here. So it's little arrows going around showing that the folder is actually synced. So that gives you a visual indicator that these folders are being monitored. So let's add Roberts. We're going to right click and add folder to eDOCS DM sync. At this point, we'll change this to Roberts. Let's see, J. Shirley, document type. There you go. And we'll do our matter. We'll go default again. Alright. So now you can see, let's refresh, that Roberts is added, and that's the right click. One interesting thing is that you don't actually have to have the application installed on this workstation in order to get this to sync up to DM. For example, these PDFs, I do not have Adobe installed, so it's able to actually sync those up without any problem. So that's the second way that you can add a folder to eDOCS DM sync. So monitored folder details. So what happens and how does the icon change? When we add a folder to DM sync, we actually drop in this desktop.ini file. In that desktop.ini file is this information here, and it tells the program where to get the ICO file that you see here. Alright, let's look at Explorer View again. Okay, so Explorer View, what can we do here? We can add a folder to DM sync, we can remove the folder. Also, you have right-click options. So, if I right-click here and I say remove folder, well, it does just that. Do we want to purge the information from DM sync? If we choose yes, it basically gets rid of the information from the XML file. If we say no, it keeps that information. This can be helpful to keep the information at a later date if you decide to actually monitor that folder again with the same contents in there. This way, the contents, the files in that folder won't be added again to the DM system. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to remove the information from XML. So you can see that it actually removed that file. Alternatively, you can come here and remove the folder from DM sync this way. So the next one is profile, and what profile does is it actually shows you the profile associated with that folder, with that monitored folder. And here it is. So this is Roberts. Any of this information I can change, and it will change for any new files that go into that folder and any existing files that are in that folder. And this is done by a message box. So let me just show you. We'll just say we want it to view the folder information and we click OK. Nothing happens. Now let's say we actually want to make a change. So we come here and let's say we want to change this to a different client. Let's go Taylor. And we'll change the matter. Let's also add some security. So we're going to add C. Dunsford and give C. Dunsford read-only access. If I select OK, I'll get a message that asks, would you like to update all documents associated with this folder? So if you select No, then any new documents that come into the folder will be associated with the new information, the new metadata. But any existing files won't change. But if you say yes, all files in DM, all documents in DM, their profiles will change to this new value. I'm going to select yes. You can see statuses down here as the process completes. You can see now we're at updating the DM profiles and profile update complete. So now if I go in and I view the profile, you can see that the client is Taylor 585. Let's close out of here and let's look at a document. So this is document number 1300. So 1300 is right here. Again, I don't have Adobe installed, which is why you see the Windows icon. So let's view the profile. And there you have it. Taylor 585. So as far as the right-click menus, we have Explore, we have Remove Folder, and we have Profile. This is the Explore view. Our next video, we're going to get into more of the Manage Files view and these actions over here. We'll also get into logging and we'll get into our settings. We'll go through and demonstrate what happens when we change these settings. We'll also get into how to set up email notifications. Thank you for viewing today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. We're really excited about eDOCS DM Sync and hope you are too.